From the very beginning of Naruto, one of the first things we learn about the character of Naruto Uzumaki is not that he's a hyperactive knuckleheaded ninja, but that he's an orphan boy who loves Ichiraku Ramen. However, the Naruto manga never really goes into detail for why Naruto is so obsessed with the ramen and Ichiraku Ramen. Even the anime failed to explain Naruto's obsession. In this video, I will give you the definitive answer to why Naruto is so obsessed with Ichiraku Ramen, but I'll warn you, it's a very heartbreaking story. For many fans, myself included, we thought that Naruto's love for Ichiraku Ramen came because of the fact that it was a cheap meal. After all, Naruto didn't have a home-cooked meal waiting for him every day when he came home. So why was it that Naruto chose to spend his money at Ichiraku Ramen? Well, the answer is given to us in Konoha Hiden, A Perfect Day for a Wedding, where the owner of Ichiraku Ramen struggles with what gift to give Naruto for his wedding. And it's during his period of reflection where he thinks about the heart-wrenching first experience he had with Naruto. It's here that I'll read the respective passages from the novel and then come back to you with my analysis. And it's here I quote, "Ayo lad, do you want to come over and eat something?" Tuechi said. He called out with a smile on his face, but the young boy jolted with a start, his whole body shaking. The bitter wind cutting through his clothes down to the very bones beneath his skin. It had just passed dinner time, so the shop was empty. He noticed the child constantly sneaking glances toward Ichiraku's as he wandered aimlessly through the streets. He hadn't just seen the boy today either. The kid had been wandering around a lot the past few days, and he had gotten used to the sight of him. He would always walk hesitantly towards the shop, and then walk away, back and forth, without actually coming in. Sooner or later, Tuechi found himself getting curious about the boy, always wandering around his field of vision but never coming in. It was because every time he saw him, the child was all alone. Today as well, the boy was hunching his shoulders forward against the cold weather, sneaking quick peeps inside the store every few minutes. There weren't any customers around to deal with anyway, so he instinctively called out to the boy. The child approached slowly, trembling with nerves, avoiding his eye contact. He slid a bowl of ramen towards the boy, and that tiny, frightened face instantly lit up. What was this little one doing outside, all alone at this hour by himself? Just what was his family doing? Where were his parents? Where were they? How could they be so irresponsible? Those thoughts passed through his mind, but he didn't ask the child any questions. He just watched over the blonde-headed youth as he ate. It looked as if he was enjoying his meal. Soon enough, the child lifted the great big bowl to his lips with his tiny hands, tipping it back so as to slurp down all the soup that he could, not leaving a drop behind, as if it was the last meal that he would ever have. The bowl was so large compared to him that his face disappeared completely from sight. The boy's eyes met his, and the kid grinned so wide that all of his white teeth showed. That was the day that he first met Naruto Uzumaki." End quote. The novel then goes on to explain how some of the villagers went so far as to threaten Tuechi with a boycott of Ichiraku Ramen because Naruto was being served there. However, Naruto continued to get free ramen meals there because Tuechi was certain that his meals were the only warm meals that Naruto was being served. I found this to be a bit of a heart-wrenching read because it shows us a side of Naruto that we have not seen before. Yes, we've seen him vulnerable, but Naruto standing outside, shaking from the cold weather and looking for his place of belonging really struck me. There's also the comparison of how big the bowl was compared to Naruto, which lets us know that this version of Naruto is definitely pre-Academy. If I were to make a guess, based on the words that were used as well as Naruto's mannerisms, I would estimate Naruto at being 3, maybe 4 years old, but no earlier than 2 years old. At such a young age, Naruto not only experienced the hatred of the villagers, but he was also aware of it and was unaware of how to cope with it. By the time Naruto enters the academy, we see him acting out and boasting and bragging of one day becoming Hokage, but here we see him every bit looking like a scared toddler. This section of the novel is that much more emotional because it's narrated from the perspective of someone who has a child, with Tuechi being the father of Ayame. The open question of where Naruto's parents were makes this scene resonate so much more because we know the tragic story behind Naruto's birth, where both of his parents died. Some fans credit Iruka with being Naruto's first father figure, but I would make the argument for the ramen shop owner. After all, he gave Naruto his only warm meals for free up until the point where Naruto could pay for the meals himself once he became a genin, and after that, when Naruto went on missions, he constantly worried about the young genin because he wasn't sure whether or not he would ever see Naruto again. Well guys, that's it for my video today. Thank you for watching. Have an awesome day.